Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammad accused the federal government of using federal institutions to target the opposition and intimidating him for refusing to defect to the APC. Mohammad, who is a member of the PDP, made the statement on Wednesday at the Bauchi Government House after receiving an award for safety from the Safety Institute in Nigeria. Let's take a look.
Just waking up to an occasion where I was told that I'm being accused of terrorism as a governor. Someone who is the head of the opposition. My commissioner has been kept and will not be released by an EFCC. Even when I have immunity as a governor, my name was stupendously mentioned in a motion in a court of law in Nigeria. Me, Bala Mohammad. This is a country where when you walk, you become a villain, you become an idiot. I have kept quiet for too long, just for peace and security. Because as politicians, we should not overhate the polity. But I am not a coward. I'm just keeping quiet because of the common people. The APC-led federal government think they can use the courts, the institution of government, like the EFCC, to persecute and prosecute Nigerians that are not within their own party. If they don't stop, we are going to declare war. I assure you we are not going to keep quiet any longer. I won't allow anybody to criminalize me because I'm not in their party. And I refuse to join their party. And I will not join their party.
Oh, this is such a strong allegation, Rufai. And I'll take a reaction from Lord Foster, who wrote, "We didn't need a press conference to know this. It is a standard playbook to join the choir or face the FCC. It is not about fighting corruption. It's about enforcing compliance. They are weaponizing state institutions to force a one-party state, and anyone who refuses to kneel suddenly gets labeled a terrorist or has their files dusted off. It's blackmail, plain and simple."
Even people that are in this government that have files piling up in the FCC, but once they are in cahoots with this government, nobody does up their files. You can see Bala Mohammad, what's his crime? He's fighting to be able to keep the PDP one and all of that. All of a sudden, they are dusting up his file. In fact, there was a corruption. I'm not saying let's not fight corruption. Please don't get me wrong. There was a corruption case against one of his commissioners. If they found guilty, they should be made to face the law. Look at Malami. I'm not saying don't fight corruption against Malami. All of a sudden, after 2 years, the Malami is the spotlight, anti-corruption fight. Bas. I think he spent the new year in Kuje. But the question we should ask is, what of some people that they have put a part of their reconciliation committee that at some point some people swore that, if we don't bring this person to book, if the court doesn't rule over, I will resign my job. I will resign my job. The same person they say they will resign their job over, all of a sudden, is now a beautiful bride. In fact, the person has even said is going to run for Senate. And some people say they will resign their job. And we are not hearing that activity. But anyway, when that media war was on there, we stood for the truth. Yeah? We fought for the truth. We said the rule of law should take its course. So in this country, we are not saying don't fight corruption. But what we keep saying, and that's what a lot of people are also pointing out as regards this tax law, so that's not going to be something they will now use against their opposition. The question is, please, let it be the same threshold across board. Even if your friend or not your friend. That's just what we are saying.
Yes.
Let it be the same threshold across board. It's not the fact that we know there are some people, they are filing in big for EFCC. But today, they are gallivanting around. But because people have showed one feet in the opposition, then they start to attack them.
Yeah.
We are not saying, please, if those people have done things in the past, that they stole money, the EFCC should go after them, bring them to book as long as they have the charges over them. But this high-handed, this using EFCC to force, because let's not forget, you are empowered today, you will not be empowered tomorrow. The same people that use EFCC against some people yesterday, today they are facing the wrath of EFCC. Let's be careful in this life.
All right.